Welcome to the Eli Farney Show.
Hi, welcome back to the Eli Farney Show. I know that it's been a while. A few things are different. I feel like my glasses are different and my face is naked. Clean face. So it's been a while, thankfully, because I've been really busy. I've had auditions, and I'm really glad to say that I've actually had 2 bookings since the last episode. I was really excited to be able to, I thought maybe one was on the line, and I wanted my next episode to get to say, hey, I booked a role. And by the time I'm getting around to it, I actually booked 2 of them. So I do think something that's funny, though, that I want to share is that the role, when I auditioned for it, that I ended up getting, it takes some time. First of all, it just takes some time for people to do everything, and that can always just be hard as an actor. But everything seemed to slow down just a little bit. The auditions that were coming in, even the casting calls that were coming in, just seemed to kind of slow down. And I could feel myself start to get in my head about it, and to be like, well, you know, I've been at this a little bit. Maybe now people are kind of seeing what I'm about and they don't really want it. I was kind of feeling myself up for rejection. And right while I'm feeling like that is when all of a sudden things seem to go right. So I think what I picked up from that is just that you really never know what it's going to be. And I'm trying to make my goal to just always give a good audition, always give a good tape, and be someone that casting directors want to see. Even if it's not always going to be me, because there's a million reasons why it could be somebody else. I just want to be someone that they always respect as an actor and always want to see in the room. And I'm starting to really feel confident in that. I feel like that I am starting to make at least somewhat of a tiny name for myself just in the market I'm in. Not because, you know, oh, I'm just booking everything, everyone knows who I am, but just actually being a part of the game, actually having an agent, seeing some of the same casting directors on projects over and over again, and getting to see some results. One of, everything is a win. I learned that in college. It's you've got to track every single thing that happens as a victory. And so I feel like I've been having success, and I'm glad to share that things are going good. I'm spending my time doing things that are actually what I want to be doing. And so that's just, that's kind of my life update, is that I've been busy being an actor. Now, the other thing that I think is kind of just tailoring my day today that I feel like has to go in the podcast is my dreams. My dreams last night when I woke up this morning were pretty rough, and it was just, I basically just had a panic attack in my dreams. And that part of the reason that's so frustrating is just because I feel like I've been doing well with my anxiety while I'm awake. I got on some new medication that's really helping, and helping me sleep especially, which I believe for any of us, when you can't sleep, it exacerbates anything negative that you're feeling. So please also excuse my voice. I'm a little hoarse because I've just been playing my guitar and singing super loud and high just for fun. I needed outlet, some artistic energy. But thankfully my roommate's not here just to get upset with me for singing loud. But it upsets me because, like I've talked about, my dreams, I'm just as conscious in my dreams as I am here. I know that I'm in a dream. I know that I could picture the places I was at. I can almost always figure out where the set is coming from, or where these, who's playing what role in the dream. And I'm sure we all can. It's places we've been to get used as the background for our dreams. And so it was like my elementary school, and yet everywhere where there's normally like some classrooms, there was desks set up to be like, it was like a hospital almost. Like there was little, or any kind of medical center, they've got like the front desk people. And like I said, long story short, I just had a panic attack. And that was kind of the very end of the dream, as I was just trying to get outside of that building and trying to get away. And then I was bursting into tears and experiencing fear and anger and everything all together, like just pure pain and just a complete manifestation of what my anxiety feels like. It's normally, it's like if normally it's smaller waves of the same beast, but that was it. And I almost didn't even want to do the podcast today. I almost kind of wrote it off and was like, well, like I'm woke up so anxious, like, and I'm just kind of having a hard day that, like, I'm not going to have anything to talk about. Nothing I'm going to say is going to be worthwhile. But the truth of this podcast is really just that. It's in a way, it is almost kind of like a video diary of just what I'm thinking and experiencing. Because that's really like my favorite thing to do, is just talk to people. I like, it's just when I can really sit, especially with a stranger, and let the small talk and the whatever, what do you do and whatnot go away, and just really talk to somebody about life or about anything. That's when I feel the most engaged and connected to other people. Because I definitely feel like that in this life, sometimes I treat it like a test or like a investigation. Like I'm always looking for why, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? What's going on? And I think a big part of that is rooted in this idea that I dream and consciously experience so many other things while I sleep, but constantly come back here. I always wake up in this reality as opposed to dream reality, various realities. And so I think that really makes me always kind of look for what's going on. What's the, what is this all about? Why are we here? And I don't necessarily need to dream the way I dream to think like that. And so again, I always just want this to be something that you can throw on for a little bit while you're cleaning, while you're mowing the lawn, or even just sit and have 10 to 20 minutes of quiet time and just think about something. If that's not for you, it's totally okay. I have no need within myself to make this have a super broad appeal to a bunch of audience, because I don't necessarily want to use this to make money or to replace acting or anything like that. It's mostly just about what I want to create, and if it matches someone out there, even if it's 30 people, or whatever else, even if it's just the people that already know me and just think it's interesting to take a listen to what I have to say about stuff. I will say, sometimes what I find my best motivation, because I think we all struggle to be able to find motivation and to do things. It sounds stupid, and I don't know if maybe this isn't helpful at all, but I just do stuff anyway. And sometimes I think actually learning to listen to myself has been very important, because when I came home today, I even felt a little bit of stress of just like, okay, what am I going to do with my time? That is one of my constant stressors. When I have time, and I've got to make decisions about what I do. It's very hard. I don't know why, but I sat and I listened to myself, and I thought, what is truly going on inside me? And I felt I just have energy. I've got a lot of energy still left over from that dream. And I have tools. My guitar is a tool. It's a tool to outlet that energy in song and in music, and sometimes in a little frustration, even as I was just learning a new song and trying to get my fingers to do what I want them to do, and trying to do it quickly and quite as efficiently as I want to do it. And but even then it was still kind of just a release. And I want to get better at that. I want to get better at being able to let all of my emotions come, however they're gonna come, and just properly let them flow in and out of me, all the way through me. Because we have a million excuses to hold on to stuff. even from our own head. We tell ourselves, okay, let me just really, really think about this for a second and really dissect this, and then I'll understand. But that pressure, that intense need to look, I'm not fully convinced that that's actually necessary. Sometimes it's good. It's good to focus your energy, but I think a lot of times we can use just a little more. What is that word? I don't know what I'm looking for. Patience, or maybe even indifference, but just a willingness to allow things to be and to change and to maybe turn out for the better. I think some form of hesitancy to wait and see what else life has in store. I definitely need that, because I'm guilty of wanting to throw it all away and burn it all and just fuck it. But I choose to maintain a belief that there is something worth it. And maybe it's simpler than I think. Maybe the answer, the end all, is that it doesn't matter at all. And you can just stress yourself out to whatever lengths you desire to or not. I don't know. Life's fun though, isn't it? Everyone listening out there, just know we're all doing the exact same thing. So if you feel alone, if you feel like you're the only one procrastinating what you need to do, or you're the only one that hasn't done the dishes, or you're the only one that's doing this thing bad, you're not. Every single one of us are doing the exact same thing. And it's just another day, but let's make it a good day. So, thank you for listening to this episode of the Eli Farney Show. Happy Monday. Have a great day.